Video games are addictive. Once I get you, I got you forever. The first one is free. I actually think that we are going to be able to make education as addictive as video games. I believe that the future is going to allow schools, individuals, lifelong learners to learn 100% of your high school curriculum, 4 years of high school, in less than 6 months. Zero boredom, 100% retention, a real change so that you can spend all the time you save on projects. Like, how many of you have heard of Unity? Programming language? Okay. You all should spend half an hour a day learning Unity. If you spend a half hour a day, in 1 month, you will have produced a video game that you can download to the iTunes store and somebody will buy it. The person who buys it may be an idiot, but they'll buy it anyway. Now, understand that Unity is a powerful tool right now. Like, I'm recommending it to, I think that every high school student should know Unity. Actually, I think junior high school, maybe even some elementary. Because once you learn how to program, all of a sudden, the world kind of opens up to you. And to convert from being a game player, you guys have all the skills. As game players, you have all the skills. All you have to do is turn around and turn yourself into a game designer. You might be able to make some money. Now, everybody who says, yeah, schools aren't going to adopt anything about learning, well, it turns out that they will, because we're in the middle, worldwide, of a perfect storm. And the perfect storm is cheap hardware, robust networks, brain science. And it turns out that the reason that video games are so addictive is that it's based on brain science. That if you are challenged right to the edge of your capability, you think it's fun. That's why you have to level up, because the old, think how boring it'd be if you had to play the first level over and over and over again. What you really want to be able to do is constantly increase your skill on that particular game, and you keep it fun. 10 times faster. This is the attention curve of a typical classroom. This is what I wanted to point out. There's this thing called flow. And online you can see TED Talks about what it is for perfect happiness. Not perfect learning, not perfect happiness. And it turns out that when you're playing a video game, you are as close to being in the state of flow as you can get, which says there's perfectly happy. So you're right between the hard and the soft. Not too hard, not too easy. Just right. Kind of like Goldilocks, the Goldilocks point. That works. So think about doing this. You do ophthalmic engagement. This is another big secret of learning. And anything that you do, react. make it happen. But also, this is the other thing. Be enthusiastic. When you lose a game of chess, you set the pieces up and you play again. If you haven't failed 6 times by the time you're 20, you're not trying. Just, you don't try to fail, but if you haven't failed, it means you haven't been going for it. You've been sitting back, messing around. Quit messing around. Really make a pathway and do wonderful things. Make the world a great place. Become an entrepreneur and build your brain. You want to be creative, and this isn't the way to do it. You build your brain with experiences and try a lot of things. This will constantly make it happen for you. Okay. I've got my book coming out, Finding the Next Steve Jobs. It's a book about how to find creatives, how to make them productive. But the real key is doing a lot of things. Your company needs to do a lot of things and make products that make the world just a little bit better every time. What I want to do and leave you with is we have a world that is really needing more intensity. A friend of mine once said, "How many days do you remember in your life?" And do this. Write down and number them, how many days you can remember. A particular birthday, particular Christmas, particular school teacher. You would be surprised how few it is. Most people can only remember about 2% of their life. That means that 98% of your life is great. Think about it. So write it down and start to ask yourself, what can I do on this particular day to make it memorable? What you're doing by making it memorable is you're building your brain. Turns out that our brains can be exercised and you can increase your IQ by just doing a lot of different things. Habits kill your brain cells. Doing different things build your brain cells. So, do different things. Learn Tai Chi. Travel. Go to different parts of the state, different parts of the city. Not places that you want to get mugged, but you can go there. Anyway, and be intense. Let's see, what else do we have here? When you look at your life, think games. Games are very, very powerful structures because you have control of all the rules, all the inputs, all the outputs. And when you do that, you make the world a better place because you can now idealize the world. And people see it, they can understand it. This is about communication of your vision to everyone else's. The other trick